That's cool. Yeah, so basically, I was studying a lot into just names and history and stuff. And I was even looking at like a lot of Greek names.
Hmm.
And a lot of their names end like in US, which is actually kind of a throwback to like Zeus, as near as I can tell. It kind of looked like to me that it was part of their god and their culture to name people kind of with that in their name. And so I had an individual basically told me that the same thing happened kind of in Jewish culture as well, and you have names that end. And the main name that he presented, which is a very popular Jewish figure, was Benjamin Netanyahu, which you obviously know who he is. But it's very interesting at the end of his name, and there's other Jewish names that end similarly. If I say Yahuwah and you say
Hmm.
Benjamin Netanyahu, all it's missing is
Hmm.
is the And so when I started looking at Jewish names, and I know that pronouncing names generally stays the same generation through generation. Why is it that there's so many Jewish names that have that pronunciation? And you've got all these Greek names with their god, Zeus, and it ends in that pronunciation. And I look at other cultures and see that there, and to me that just really resonated.
Now,
Great.
and whenever we have names that end in what's it's called the theophoric element. Theo is actually a Greek word that means God, right? So
Right.
it's the reference to the God in somebody's name. So you've got Netanyahu, Ovadyahu, Eliyahu. My name Nehemia is really short for Nehemiahu, right?
Okay.
Nehemiahu means Yud He Vav He comforts. And what we find is at the end of a name, it's always Yahu. Uh,
Right.
Now that contrasts when the Yud He Vav is at the beginning of a name, and it's not Yahoo. At the beginning of a name, it's Yeho. So we have the same exact name, Netanyahu. So Netanyahu is a short sentence. It means Yud He Vav He gave or gives. The same exact name, if you switch around the two elements, the gave and Yud He Vav He is the Hebrew name Jonathan, which is Yehonatan in Hebrew.
Okay.
So it's Yehonatan, which is literally the same name as Netanyahu. It means Yud He Vav He is given. And at the beginning, it's always Yeho. And always, there's always exceptions, right? We'll talk about an exception in a minute.